Welcome to the Adaptive Outdoorsman podcast. It is brought to you by Action Track Share. Proud sponsor and champion of outdoor accessibility, Action Track Share is committed to empowering individuals with mobility challenges to explore the great outdoors with freedom and independence, whether it's hunting in rugged terrain, casting a line by the water, or hitting the trails for a hike. The Action Track Share is the ultimate all-terrain wheelchair that empowers you to get outside. Custom build your track share at actiontrackshare.com. Action Track Share. Unlock adventure. I would like to introduce our guest, George Carpenter, a Montana-based C4, C5 quadriplegic who enjoys the outdoors, and he also has a bachelor's in fish and wildlife ecology. Welcome to the show, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man.
I thank you for coming on, man. I mean, I know we asked, this past week or so, and I believe it was Chad Walligura shared a video of you casting a line.
Yeah.
And then I ended up sharing that with Joe Cermelli, and he thought it was cool as heck. So, how long have you been in the outdoors in terms of, hunting, fishing, that sort of thing?
My whole life, yeah. I've been in a wheelchair for 9, but yeah, I've been in the outdoors my whole life. So,
Yeah. Who brought you into the outdoors? Was it just natural interest, or did a family member get you hooked on hunting and fishing?
a little bit of both. A lot of natural interest. But also my dad was a pretty big hunter as well. So it kind of just came by naturally, and I just always wanted to be out and about.
Yeah. So what age did you start hunting?
Um, oh man, pretty early on. I guess I didn't harvest anything until obvious legal age or whatever, but which would have been 11 in Montana. But yeah, fished and hunted. Even though I couldn't harvest anything while hunting, I still just loved to go anyway. So,
Yeah. What did you first harvest when you were legal able to?
let's think. Would have been
We're going deep
probably
dive
some.
origin story here.
Yeah, yeah. Probably would have been some sharp-tailed grouse. Would have been my first harvest.
I've never had grouse. The only thing we got over here is mourning dove.
Okay, yeah, sharp-tailed grouse. Upland game bird. Little darker meat than normal, but still very tasty in my opinion.
You put them with jalapeno peppers, didn't you?
Nope. Tried to actually just deep fat fried.
My wife does not let me have a deep fryer in this house. Says it's too unhealthy for us. Then we eat a lot of pasta with venison.
That sounds fantastic.
I know, right? Ground venison and spaghetti.
Mm.
Let's see. I've also done taco meat. Uh, Good Lord. There's a few ones I've been trying recently with doing the sauce and the paste and the tomatoes, all that stuff, trying to make an actual good stew or
Yeah, yeah,
something saucy.
yeah.
Yes, we will deep dive into cooking if we need to in this episode because
Okay.
I love cooking.
Oh, me
That is,
too. Yeah.
yeah, that's one of my goals is to eventually do with the podcast is have a single episode primarily centered around food.
Wild game in particular.
Oh yes, of course,
Yeah, that'd be a
wild
great
game.
episode.
Oh yeah. Just talk about recipes, get a deep dive in what you think is the cool recipe, and just have a couple of people or one person on that literally that's all we're doing. It,
Yeah.
it's like I'm quoting Steve Renoi, it's my podcast, I can do what I want with it.
Yeah, yeah,
That
absolutely.
means I as the boss and owner and host, that means we're gonna have a cooking episode in the near future.
Yeah.
So when did you Now, before or after the accident, and I know we're going to get into the particulars if you wish to about that, did you get your bachelor's?
It would have been after. So yeah, I just graduated with my bachelor's degree a little over a year ago.
Hmm. What made you choose the bachelor's degree in fish and wildlife ecology?
Uh, I mean, just the love for outside and wildlife and fish, and I just wanted to kind of learn more and have a career in it because I've enjoyed it for all my life. So why would not do something, take a job in something that I love?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, so you finally got your bachelor's. Where do you work for the state then, I take it?
No, I don't have. I'm currently unemployed right now. Trying to find employment in the state or federal government, or a laboratory or whoever will
Something.
take me. But yeah.
How long did it take you to get the bachelor's?
So I did. I think it took me five because I did 2 years at a state college close to my hometown, and then I packed up my stuff and moved 6 hours away from my hometown instead, and to a real college, I guess you would say.
Yeah. Gotta love those travels. That way
Yeah,
you could. Did you stay on campus or did you actually go, you know, in an apartment?
stayed on campus for my first year, but then yeah, no, then I eventually moved into an apartment and whatnot.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, I'm used to people around the age of 40 talking to me. You're probably a lot younger than me now.
Yeah, I'm 24.
Yep, way more younger than me. I haven't been 24 in so long that I've got a niece that's over 24. And I was 14 when she was born, so actually
Okay.
she's 26, so
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
yeah, I haven't been 24 in a very long time. What's that like again? Let me live vicariously.
Well, man, it seems like now I don't even feel that young anymore. I mean, in college it was fun. I felt like I had a lot of fun, but now I kind of go to bed early and don't do a whole lot of fun stuff anymore. But
You don't say. Going to bed early? I have no idea what that's like. Nor getting up at 3 in the morning to work a 10-hour shift. That's always fun.
yeah.
But enough about me. Everybody knows about me. Or do they? But so, what does wildlife ecology deal with?
So, the management side of things usually, like, I learned a lot about different types of animals and the way they live, like animals and birds and the trees and plants and everything that they kind of interact with. And yeah, I personally I would like to be in the more management side of things as like how many tags to give out in a certain area, or how many tags to put up for draw in this area, keeping like monitoring population numbers and stuff like that. That's kind of my main interest in the topic, I guess I would say.
Yeah. And dang, I just lost my train of thought. I'm dealing with my smaller co-host today, so I'm being distracted a little bit more than I want to be. But so what? Yeah, with that talk about the tags, what do you think? Good Lord, I'm trying to phrase this correctly. What do you, if you were to get a job with DNR or Montana Fish and Game, what would you be looking for tag regulation?
Uh, honestly, for Montana, I think a statewide tag draw for deer, especially, I think it would be helpful. Just because we have such an influx of non-resident hunters nowadays. Things are a little chaotic, and I think um, having to wait, like, well, right now a lot of places is just general, like over the counter. You just go buy a buck tag and you can go hunt a good amount of the state. And I think it should be statewide. Like you should have to draw a rifle tag, in my opinion, just to grow a better population of deer. A healthier population.
So you guys do over the counter for whitetail for everybody, basically.
And mule deer. Yep.
So do you think that would be for non-residents only or for everybody?
I think they just recently changed. So some of the non-resident is you do have to draw even the general tag, but I think it should be for everybody. Just I think it would just be helpful because I mean we do in Montana there is so many great hunting opportunities, and I think it could just be better.
Yeah. In Indiana, I was talking to a buddy today earlier and I asked him, what would you rather have? A velvet season for deer, or would you rather it be and I was thinking he's like, no, I have a one that I hit with a car or whatnot, and the velvet unless you got somebody that's skilled in velvet taxidermy, which let's face it, it's Indiana, there's not too many of those, it won't look good at all. And so he was talking about just make it a certain price tag for a lifetime hunting and fishing. You make a lot more money now. And that's just a draw, I think he was talking about, but I don't know. That would be something. It's like, yeah, sure, I'll pay $1,000 to get unlimited fishing and hunting then.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt.
Not have to finally pay for tags every freaking year.
Yeah, every year. Yeah,
So, you want to get into the accident or not?
sure. Yeah, no, I was 15 years old. So almost 10 years ago now. Um, I was recreating on the Yellowstone River and dove once and into the water, and I was fine. And then I got back up on the point and I dove again and broke my neck. So I laid there for a while, and then one of my buddies happened to save my life. Ryan Wyman, if he ends up listening to this, but he's a great friend. Saved my life, and yeah, I went to rehab for several months. I think I started rehab in August, and I got out around I think I got out November 11th, and then I drove, or my dad drove me home, and I was deer hunting by November 15th, and I harvested a pretty nice buck on November 15th. So
Bad for having a swan dive into the wrong area.
yeah, yeah, came home and was deer hunting right away. So
You are not the first person I've ever talked to that's actually broken their neck while diving into water.
really,
Nope. And that reminds me of why I do cannonballs.
yeah, yeah, you gotta pay attention.
I'd rather bruise my butt or break my foot than, you know, uh, the other way.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I do not disagree with you there.
I know Lucas Harrow. He's based up in Minnesota, I believe it is. It's that neck of the woods for the Mississippi River, and he dove into that and ended up breaking his neck.
Man.
And think about how deep that water is.
Oh yeah, and to think about the spot I did, I don't know. It wasn't very deep. I knew better.
Yeah, you just think of it like, oh, that's fine. I've got this. And
Yeah,
some people, it's just they dive the wrong way too, and the water does it to them.
yeah, for
They
sure.
don't think about that. I mean, obviously they tell you don't dive into pools, and yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, no, it definitely does. There's a reason they got those signs there.
Yep. So, how big was the buck you harvested? It was a buck, right?
Yeah, it was a whitetail buck, 140 incher.
I'm now. I have a 9 pointer that literally his gross was 140 some, and then Boone and Crockett does not like 9 pointers. That
No, they do
asym
not.
that asymmetrical stuff. I don't know why.
I don't
But yeah, I
agree
got
with that either.
no. But I love I think it was a while back when I heard the episode somebody had on Boone and Crockett on Meat Eater, and they said the net scores for us, the gross scores for you.
Yeah, yeah, because I think it should all be gross. I mean, just give the deer grew it. Why not?
Yeah. Oh, it's not symmetrical. It's got a single extra point and mass. the guy who scored it for me, he said, had that been an equal 8-pointer or so, or a 10, you would have gotten a higher score.
Yeah, which is it doesn't make sense to me.
I mean, the guy I got behind me, he's got a smaller side brow tines,
Oh yeah,
and one of them is broken off at the tip, and it occurred during velvet.
oh yeah,
So,
deduction.
yep, I haven't gotten him scored. He's not getting scored.
Yeah,
I,
that's all
the,
right.
yep, the only way I would ever get another one scored is if I see an actual bruiser bigger than the one I got,
Yeah, for sure.
and that's just because I want to.
Yeah.
So, did you go out hunting next year?
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't think I've missed I think I've got a deer every year. Can't think of a year that I didn't.
And what year was the accident?
2016.
That's the year I started hunting, dude.
Oh really?
I was 29 or 30. No, I was 30. It's 2015 or 2016. My son was born. Yeah, it was just after my son turned 1, so it was 2015. So I'd been hunting for 2 years
Wow. Okay. You
in my
did.
30s.
What got you going on that?
My father-in-law got me in hunting.
Oh, okay.
Yep, I was tasked with watching over him because he was having some issues due to Parkinson's and bad back and falling at night due to walking in a ravined area. So, but then I went hunting with him on opening day and ended up shooting a deer and a buck, nice buck from what I could tell, but lost him due to chasing him too early.
Oh man.
I'm glad I made that mistake early on versus in my career versus
Yeah.
later on.
Yeah, for sure. That's a tough lesson to learn, but it yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody, I think every hunter goes through that for sure.
Yep. Definitely. And my son's finally starting to get an interest in outdoor hunting, so get him small with he's only 11, so get him small and just have him watch me hunt squirrels.
Yeah,
Use
yeah.
those use those eyes and ears for something better.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
So, how many bucks have you harvested since the accident?
Think. Yeah, I'd say $9 and
Nice.
yeah, 1 buck every year, and then I also shot an oryx, which is there, in New Mexico. That was just last year I did that, but that was
Nice.
awesome.
How far away?
320 yards, I believe.
Used a sip and puff, I take it?
No, no, I use a B adaptive setup, so it holds my gun for me, but I just use my knuckle to pull the trigger.
Uh,
Yeah,
Interesting fun fact. I live near them.
I'll be adaptive. Yeah, they are in Indiana, aren't they?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah. Great
I literally,
company. Got a lot of their
yeah. Oh, yeah. And seeing the stuff they take to support that and do all that fun stuff is just
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, they got yeah, anything you could ever need to shoot a gun again or anything like that. It's pretty cool.
I always have this lovely thought process, and I want to make it manifested, but have somebody that is, quadriplegic or so,
Yeah.
and get the track chair out, the whole equipment thing. Brandon Herrera's AK-50.
What is
You
that?
ever see the AK-50? Think of a semi-automatic 50 caliber rifle,
Oh my gosh.
a 50 cal BMG basically, and you're shooting 5 of them in a row.
In a row.
Yeah, this thing will cycle properly. It's got gas. They've literally designed it from the ground up.
Oh man. Ah,
Yeah, now you're like, oh, I want to do this now.
it sounds interesting. I'm intrigued. Yeah, I can't imagine. I imagine it's got a little bit of a recoil to it.
Yeah, it's got a bipod on it and everything, but just seeing that thing fire is like, yes, please.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like a good time.
There was a video I recently saw of it. Thing was flinging shells back into the right about 15 feet.
Oh my gosh.
It's
We're
like
thinking
yeah, every single one of them. It's ejecting the shells that far back.
that is insane.
That is a nice feeder. They've had, upgrading it and doing a few things to it so that it can handle the load.
Yeah, that I can't believe it ejects smoothly like that.
Yeah. So, I want to say, if you could go, what would be a dream hunt for you right now?
Hmm, that's tough. I've killed quite a few. I've killed mule deer, whitetail, elk. I haven't got a bear yet. I'd like to get a black bear, I think. And I got the oryx. That thing, that was one of my on my list. Definitely something Alaska though. I think a
Mm-hmm.
big bull moose or one of them barren ground caribou. I think would be
Ooh.
pretty awesome to harvest
Yeah,
one of those.
caribou would be awesome, I heard.
Yeah, yeah, that would be definitely one of those two. Probably big bull moose above caribou, but those are top two for sure.
Yeah, because you got to time that right. And good luck getting a track chair out there.
Yeah, yeah, that's another thing is having to go to Alaska. So hopefully I can just draw a moose tag in Montana and not have to travel all the way up there. But
I know Maine's got moose.
yeah, yeah, Maine's got pretty good moose. Montana actually has pretty fair numbers of moose. So
Well, I hope the guy that you would get one in Montana then.
yeah, yeah, hopefully I can get lucky and draw tags.
What's the luck rate on that?
It's kind of a once in a lifetime deal. Um, it's pretty tough to get. It's not as bad as the bighorn sheep, but it's tough.
Yeah, I know. What was it? The sheep, you have a 10% chance to get it. And once you get it, you can't get it for, what, 7 years, I think?
Yeah, in Montana.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
and I
if you
think
were to, I think it's a billy, you can get it, well, yeah, wait another 7 years for. But if you get a nanny, you're done.
oh yeah,
I
yeah.
could be wrong.
For a ram and a ewe,
Yeah, I think so. I could be getting my species mixed up.
a mountain goat are also tough. It's a tough tag to get to. I don't. It's not as tough as a. It might be as tough as the bighorn sheep, but yeah, it's. I think you can get a ewe tag for sheep, and but yeah, then you have to wait a certain amount of years to even apply for the ram tag. So I just don't even mess with the ewe stuff. I just try to get a ram tag. So
Right? Goat. I'm looking is up sheep tag draw percentage.
it's not very much. It's real low.
Let's see. Non-residents quotas are limited to 10% of tags, and with 75 awarded to high point holders and 25 to 0 point holders. But I didn't want that one. I wanted the success rates.
Yeah, so 10% of all the tags go to non-residents. So yeah, you're already at low odds there.
Yep. And then their draw percentage rates for goats and sheep tags are generally very low, with success rates often under a 1% for sheep and around 1 to 2% or higher for mountain goats in specific units.
Yeah.
Now, let's see. Montana, which species is a once in a lifetime?
I think both of them you can hunt again, but you do have to do 7 year grace period or whatever. But you're
Nanny
lucky if you
goat.
draw it once in your lifetime anyway, so.
Yeah, Montana does not track nanny goat statistically. I'm trying to find out what species it is. What species? What species? I know this is something we thought we would never do, is look to see you no longer can apply for. Let's see if I spell it correctly. It's generate. Ah, yeah, this ain't gonna tell me jack. Google, why do you do this to me?
Yeah, I don't I don't think you can harvest a nanny mount, or well, you can, but it's the uh, same tag. Uh,
Yeah,
like it's either sex. But for bighorn sheep, you can put in for a ewe, which is easier to get, I think. But
yeah,
I don't know why. I would just rather get a ram tag. So
yeah. No, no. I was thinking it was basically, you know, you're hunting for both. You mistake one for being a male basically, and you accidentally get the female.
oh yeah, that's probably a mountain goat because it is hard. It can be hard to tell.
And then basically they say instead of the 7 years, you gotta wait. You're basically done because you're like, well, you didn't make differentiate the two. So have a nice day.
Yeah, I wonder if that is mountain goat because yeah, because it can be like you can tell a little bit, but it's tough. They look pretty similar. So
Yeah, we're gonna try one other place, but while we're doing that, I'd say let's go into some cooking recipes. What's one of your favorite cooking recipes?
ooh, for deer.
Yeah,
So for deer, I just like to probably take the back strap, and I like to take it into like I don't know, probably three sections, and I just leave it whole. Obviously, trimmed up a little bit. Leave it whole, marinate it in kind of like Worcestershire seasonings. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. Let it sit overnight. Pull that out. Hot skillet. Sear it on all sides. Let it rest, and then just slice it up. That's one of my favorite ways to have deer backstrap out of any of the other ways I've had.
and that should be fun. I love doing that one. I did a ceviche with it where I dry aged a deer backstrap, and then it basically was, you know, I dry aged it and then did a raw meat application.
What is it? What is that?
So it basically what I did was used like a vinaigrette and whatnot. I dry aged it, then trimmed it up, and then proceeded to tri- slice it very thinly, put the vinaigrette on it with some arugula and capers and whatnot, and then just ate it like that.
Oh,
So no cooking involved.
yeah. Interesting.
But yeah, that was one of mine. And then I was looking up this thing, and I used Chat GPT for this,
Yeah.
and they basically, I hate Chat GPT. It is now not my most favorite thing in the world. Yeah, and apologize for anybody listening and hearing a grouchy baby. She's in the arms. She's gonna voice her opinion on ceviche now. No, it wasn't ceviche. It was carpaccio. That's what it was. Yeah,
Wouldn't know. I wouldn't know the difference.
yeah. I want to do tartar, but
Yeah.
I haven't been able to get
Yeah.
around to doing that one.
Yeah, that. Ah, I don't know. That one seems a little interesting as well.
Yeah, I would say that one. I would be taking some meat directly from the deer and just grinding that up like the second day after it's been in the cooler for a while, or like in the
Okay.
fridge.
So
That
you
would be,
let it rest a couple days in the fridge and then grind it up.
yeah, pretty much.
Okay. I've seen him do that on Meat Eater, but yeah, I haven't. I don't know. One spooks me a little bit.
Yeah, I I've seen it done, and they say you have to do it a very specific way. Keep it chilled. Don't let bacterial growth. And then the lemon juice and a few other things, the acid that is in there actually does deal with the rawness. But then they also, serve with a raw egg yolk. I've watched Dalton Brown too much.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. I love my deer meat like rare, but yeah, raw. Oh, I don't know. Even beef. I don't know.
What? You gotta have an adventure.
I suppose. I'd try it. I'd definitely try it, but
Otherwise, we're doing smoked venison.
smoked venison, good way to go. But yeah, no, backstrap, I like just, yeah, leaving them whole and searing them, I think is the best way. It just holds the moisture well, and it's just delicious, I think. So,
Reverse sear.
reverse sear, I've never tried that, but I would, if I had a smoker, I would love to try that.
Oh, I love doing it that way. You get it to within a certain temperature, and then you well, I got a master built, which I need to fix. It's been down for a little bit, but you reverse get it to just within about 10 degrees of where you want to rest it at, and then you uh, put it right. You turn the crank the heat back up, or get it on a nice hot cast iron. You
Yeah,
sear both sides of it, and then let it rest the rest of the way, so it, gets up to the 130, the medium rare temperature,
yeah, yeah.
and so that way you can deal with it that way.
Yeah, I've heard that reverse searing is a real good way to do it. I'd like to try that. I wish I had a smoker so I could give that a go.
I know you can do it in a grill. Basically, just indirect heat. You put all the charcoal on one side, and
Okay.
then if you want to, you can put like a piece of hardwood in there as well, and that slowly smokes its way over.
Oh,
But then, you know, then when everything's all said and done, I think so. What I've seen with Guga Foods, that was he puts it directly over the charcoal and sears it, and then rotates it around so it's indirect heat the rest of the way like an oven.
oh, okay.
So you can do
See,
it one of two ways. You could, reverse sear it while you indirect heat, then go over to the direct heat, or do it the other way around.
okay. I'm gonna have to give
Whichever
those.
way is whichever way is more efficient, basically,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give those a try. That
right?
sounds good.
See, I tell people things I learned about cooking all day long. Um, and we didn't think we were going to turn this into a cooking episode. So like I said, I seen you through Instagram with Chad Walagura about fishing.
Yeah.
How did what different implements did you come across that helped you with adaptive fishing?
Oh man. So I grew up kind of lake fishing, a little bit of river fishing, not really, just normal spin fishing stuff. So I to get started, I bought a Be Adaptive rod setup and a or Be Adaptive rod holder, I should say, and then I got an Electromate reel that is an electric reel with like a little bite switch on it, and you just it's very straightforward to use, and that was kind of how I did most of my lake fishing, trolling, stuff like that. I didn't really
Yeah,
cast much, just a lot of trolling, and it was easy to use. Or if I was catfishing, just casting out, letting it sit, that stuff worked easy for. But I once I moved out west here for college and stuff, I got in cahoots with a place called Ability Montana, and they have a place called Camp Bullwheel, and they do adaptive, all kinds of adaptive fishing, and they have rafts that are wheelchair accessible and different boats for different things and whatnot.
yeah. I'm doing daddy duty while you know, doing a podcast. This is awesome. I'm doing two things. I'm multitasking. So he's watching me just move around in the background. I'm dealing with the daughter and her full 4 month oldness, which is awesome. So
um,
my son's running around helping me out. So
oh, you're good. But then yeah, I got in coots with them, and I never fly fished. So they hooked it up. And I just kind of started using a 10 Cara rod, which is a fly fishing rod, or it's, I guess, comparable to a cane pole, because it's just like, 13 feet long rod. with 13 feet of string hanging off the end of it, and they put a wrist brace on that for me, and using that, I just it's a little different than normal fly fishing. You don't have the line management stuff, but I've done very well. I've had no issues with that at all. And then while out there, they have a guy by the name of Peter Pules, and he is a an adaptive engineer and has came up with all kinds of stuff. He used to work at the Craig Rehabilitation Hospital and made all kinds of sip and puff stuff. It's the list goes on. And he came up with that spinner reel that I was using in that video you're talking about. And it's quite the mechanical piece of equipment. I've never really used anything quite like it. It's got a spring on it to help fling it forward, so you just pull it back, and it releases the string as you pull it back. So then when you let go, it just casts it like normal. And then yeah, and then it's got a little electric reel with a switch on it, and you just click that switch to retrieve it, and it works fantastic.
So I thought that was just a regular rod and reel you were running with, but instead that was actually a fly reel. So
Which one? The casting one where I'm pulling it back?
yeah,
So yeah, that's an electric. It's not a fly reel. It's a regular rod that's like sit on this thing, and it releases the line when you pull it back, and the spring pulls the rod forward as you let go, so it casts kind of for you in a way. And yeah, then it just has the spool has an electric gear box on it, so you can just click the little electric switch, and it reels for you if you just click that little button. And yeah,
imagine if they combined that with the other one.
yeah, if we could figure out a way to have line with the fly fishing, would definitely be interesting. He's had a couple of different ideas that he's talked to me about, but none have really worked. But the Tenkara, I mean, I have no issues at all with it. I think it works fantastic. I've been able to catch a lot of fish, so it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry if I'm not all there in a box of marbles. I got a cranky little baby right now. It's
You're
hilarious
good.
and
You're
fun.
good.
Not for me, not for her, but I'm just like multitasking.
You're good.
So the co-host is angry, very, very baby. And it's like, oh hey, I'm trying to keep you calm, and she's like, nope, I don't want to be calm. It's almost nap time for her or bedtime. So
Yeah.
yeah, almost bedtime's kicking in, and she ain't liking that too much. So, but yes, I am doing podcasting while entertaining a small little co-host.
Yeah.
Like I said, dad duty first, and everything else involved.
Yeah.
So it's kind of it's different, so it keeps me busy.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
What would you say with your current fishing setup? Would you be brave enough to try and get with it?
Well, with my fly fishing stuff,
Obviously, that's going to be a lighter weight, but I would say for like the tenkara or whatnot, or regular rod and reel, what's the biggest fish you would want to take with that?
so that my regular rod and reel that I use like that I use for trolling, that is it's actually a uh they have a pretty big pen reel on it, and that thing, I I think I could. My goal is to someday take that up to Alaska with me, and I would love to try to catch a king salmon with it. I think that would be awesome.
Yeah, I'd love to eventually go after alligator gar, but that's just me being
Ooh,
one of those. I haven't fished for alligator gar. In fact, my fishing is very limited in terms of that, but yeah, I mean that's something that I would say would be awesome to do.
big, yeah, like a giant alligator gar. You talking?
Oh, dear good lord, dude, you being a tractor trying to pull on that thing and just go for it broke. You'd be like, I'm going from the shore because there is no chance you're going to be trying that in a boat.
No, no.
You would have to, like those motors they do for pulling line up for like crab pots or something, you'd have to have one of those attached.
You literally, yeah, yeah.
So my timer has apparently expired a little bit here.
Oh, yeah, yeah. You ready to call her good?
So yeah, all right. So one last thing though is, what do you think of this being your first podcast? A little bit of different being with it's different having a dad duty doing the exact same thing. I mean, it's definitely different. You good?